what's up, YouTube? We're gonna be looking at micro Dow, some 30, and we're gonna be looking at gold for today. Um, I'm gonna play some music, and hopefully it's not too loud for you guys. So I'll actually turn this down just a second. Let's see. All right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go over both of these pairs. What I'm looking at. These are the two pairs I mainly trade, which is US 30 and gold. And yeah, we'll pretty much go from there. But I don't really go down to the 1 minute. I usually stick to the 5 minute as my lowest time frame. 5 minute, 15, 1 hour, 4 hour, and I just kind of go through all of these and yeah, form bias that way. I mainly trade supply and demand, so I'll go over gold first. Man, gold has just been bullish for the longest time. It's just been going up, going up, going up. So on the higher time frames, I'm definitely bullish, but I mean, as we can see here, this was that last push down before price came up and broke this high here. So I'm looking at this last push down. There's imbalance down here. If I draw my fib, this area matches with my fib pretty well. So yeah, so on the daily time frame, I am expecting price to come down to here. It may come down, it may not even come down close. It could react off of this candle here and just continue going up to the top side. So yeah, we'll end up seeing. We'll see how it does. Let's see on the 4 hour time frame. We have the same thing down up here that we're looking at down here, right? We have that push down. We have the imbalance here, so I can see price possibly doing its thing around here. We'll see what it does. We'll see what it does when it gets to this area, if it gets to this area. But pretty much it's been bullish. It's been super bullish. So we see price react off of this area during London. It's actually easier to see on the 15, but we have imbalance here, push down before price came and broke and made higher structure. And yeah, we can see that's what price pretty much targeted, came down here, hit this imbalance, went up. I was expecting it to kind of go up into here. But yeah, no, came back down. I put this as liquidity. And we're just waiting to see what it does. We're waiting to see what it does here. And we see that it came down and it pretty much swept these lows, and it's going up. So what I'm thinking is if price comes and breaks above here, which I think it might, I may target this candle here to go bullish, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes here. I'm gonna pull up my Discord real quick. See what people are saying. Some people are already targeting this area down here in the Discord. Let's see how this goes here. Interesting. Alright, well, we'll continue with this. Now, what I'm looking for breaks is full body closures. You know, I don't want it just to wick above and then come down, because you know I want to see full body breaks, at least from my confirmations, to see it go. Like, just for an example here, when price is bullish, you know, I'm looking at external structure. You know, this was pretty much the structure I would want it to break here. And with this candle, it came up and just wicked, and it came and closed back down. So I wouldn't really count this as a break until finally with this next two candles we have those bodies close above here. You know, and once that happened, I would have been targeting pretty much this last push down with the imbalance, and we'll see price hit that and continue up. So that's something that I would pretty much look for. Yeah, I mean, we're getting that. We don't have a break yet, but oh man, every time I have this, these reset, and I have to get rid of these. I don't know how to get rid of them permanently, which is kind of annoying. Let's see. I don't want it to full body close above this. We'll see what happens. You know, we've been bullish this whole time, so we wanted to continue that bullish trend. You know, I want, if it's gonna go bearish, because I was thinking that we could possibly target this, but the only thing is I don't like this huge wick. I do not like that wick. I don't like this zone. And for me to even consider this as a possible entry, I would want it to first break this here, just because that's external structure. You know, playing in this is kind of internal, but for this, in my eyes, to be valid, it would have to break this low here, just because, you know, we have this lower high, this lower low. So I'll see how this goes. As of right now, I'm pretty much up on my 50k eval. Right now I'm sitting at 50,341. So, you know, majority of the times I'll share my stats, but majority of the times I sit on my hands. I'm not gonna lie. Majority of the times I sit on my hands, and that's it. But I can show you guys right here that it's already the 17th. Pretty much all last week I didn't even trade. You know, I didn't really get any good setups that I like. Not only that, just I got work as well that I gotta go through. So in between those, I just didn't even trade all last week. The previous month, you know, I only traded one day, but I only got the actual challenge on the 17th. So a couple days had passed, took that first trade, then pretty much the month ended. I didn't have the account before this, so yeah, I do want to start taking more trades though, just because, you know what I'm saying, like one trade every week or every other week. Don't get me wrong, if it's a good trade, then you're still up, you know, but we want to see a little bit more profits here on this side. So I may be taking a little bit more riskier trades than I usually would, because I'm on, you know, streaming now, or not streaming, but doing a video now. So we'll see how this goes. But so we know what we're looking at for gold here. See, like this here, I wouldn't really consider this as a break. We'll see how this closes. It may close above, and if it does, then we may go for that. Let's see, so for 30, it's gonna be the same thing. You know, on the higher time frame for 30, it was bearish, right? And go back to the daily. I was looking at this area down here, We have a lot of liquidity sitting here, and this is our last push down. This last push down pretty much swept these lows. Swept these lows before breaking structure to the top side. We see here, there's their break. And pretty much respected this area and continued going up. But here's the thing, price doesn't always have to go down to these extreme lows, right? I mean, from the bottom here to the top here, the 50% sitting about here, right where price had gone to. So I mean, we're seeing these huge drops, of course, because of like Trump's tariffs and stuff that he's putting on. You know, I honestly think those are all planned. You know what I'm saying? We had these areas that price needed to hit for the longest time, and now we're seeing it hit them. So we'll see, man. Pretty much on the daily 4-hour, I was targeting this lower high, right? We had a lower high, lower low. I was expecting price to go up a little higher, I'm not gonna lie. And as we can see here, price pretty much formed all this liquidity. It's just resistance, support / resistance, whatever. But we can see he didn't want to break past these, and in my eyes, there's still, you know what I'm saying here, let's go here. There's still imbalance if we want to talk about it sitting right here. From this last push up to this push down, there's, you know, price came, it did fill some of the imbalance, yes, but there's still some imbalance waiting there to get filled. So I'm expecting price to sometime come up and grab this, but we can see on the 4-hour that there's imbalance down here that price never got. It's heading that way right now, so you know, I'm expecting some bearishness. We'll see here, because I mean, again, same scenario. I was expecting these highs to get hit, and they never did. Over London, they pretty much just formed liquidity. It did react off of this, but again, I'm not going to make this tiny area my zone. That just doesn't make sense to me personally. You know, if anything, I was targeting this last push up before price came and broke down. Though the reason I would want to have, you know, yeah, I would just have it like this. I was gonna say I would want to have my stop up here, just because that was the last external high. But this is the last push up that took out the liquidity right here. There was liquidity sitting in the bottom of this here. Now liquidity got swept with this one candle. Everyone selling right here got taken out, and price made its move to the downside. Broke these lows pretty much. And then continued with that bearish structure. In my eyes, I'm thinking, oh well, you know, we're at a low right now. So, right, price came and continued this bearish structure, broke another low here. So I'm thinking, well, maybe we can see some accumulation, so for price to start going up here, but in that case we would be going against our bias, right? So really I would want to see more distribution going on, right? I mean, let's see, wasn't really anything clear here. If we get, you know, in my eyes it looks like it's more liquidity. See, because I was thinking this is the lower high for price to break above to possibly continue bullish, but all it's been doing since 7 o'clock today is just consolidating, really. Pretty much all of this is all consolidation. It isn't really going up or down, so it's just doing its thing. It's doing its thing. So we'll see. You know, in my eyes, I want to see possibly a break above this, then a break below here. And if we get that, then we could possibly target some imbalance, maybe the last push up for price to continue that bearish structure. But till then, we're just gonna wait, man. We're just gonna sit on our hands and see what price does. So that's US30. Let's go back to gold. So gold's in our point of interest right now, but here's the thing: it never broke. See, we can see here, it never broke this high. It wicked it, but never actually broke it. Not only that, we're gonna want to look at the volume. We're gonna want to look at the volume going in, because like, let's say it did break it. Look at this big bearish candle heading into this area here. You got to think about how much sellers are behind that. You know, we're not going to want to just try to catch this because this could be a falling knife. And that's exactly what this is. It's just falling, it's falling, it's falling. And we're not here to try to catch the bottom, right? We want to see some confirmations that make sense to us for us to then take the trade. So this zone, in my eyes, I don't think is valid, at least not yet. Yeah, just because it did break this. I mean, excuse me, it didn't break this. It wicked it, never broke it. So again, yeah, we're just sitting our hands down. Let's look at the 15 minute. I was looking at this area potentially on the 15 just because it did react off of this here and continue going out, but on the hour, look on the hour. The hour is just a huge wick. And see, we don't really like playing with wicks. And we can see this candle here just going straight through this zone. This zone got straight wrecked. And one of the main reasons again is I don't think it broke above this high here, just wicked it. So we are just waiting and watching. Even this top side zone here, it's just a wick. You know what I'm saying? And we don't like that. We don't like playing off the wicks like this. So let's see, 15 minute, still a big wick. 1 hour, huge wick. 4 hour, this whole candle is just nasty. We'll see what price does here, if it decides to respect this bottom zone or not. Again though, if the price does come down here and breaks this, in my eyes I feel like this makes this area a little more valid. Even though it is a big wick on the hour, I mean, we do need a break below this low for us to continue going down. And you know, there's areas of imbalance down here the price needs to hit. Like look on the 4 hour especially. On the 4 hour, there's just this huge imbalance right here. Oh my goodness, let me get rid of these real quick. Huge imbalance right here that price could come in and target. Not only that, but right, let's look at the structure. So low, the price came up and got high all the way up here. So I could see price coming up here. And remember, that's the area I pointed out before, right? Because overall on the daily time frame, this is the base of the whole move that caused this whole movement. This is the base. So we'll see what price does here. Right now we're just sitting on our hands. Let's see. I want to see it close below this zone. Let's check out 30 again. And 30 is just playing around. 30 is just playing. My eyes are pretty much going to be on gold for today. 30 doesn't really look clean to me at all, really. So, and even if, I mean, again, I'm going to want to see a sweep of these highs first. If I'm still going to be looking for a sell, I mean, we could possibly get a continuation model, something like this, where it breaks above these, but even at that, I don't even know. We'll just have to wait and see, really. US 30 is just, she's ranging right now. I don't know what she's doing. She's just building liquidity. That's what it looks like, really. I mean, look at this. It's just going sideways here on the 5 minute. So we're gonna want to wait. Sit on our hands for US 30. And right now, currently, I'm trading micros. So I'm only risking, I don't even know, I think micro for 30 is $1 a point, something like that. So we'll just wait. Again, I think my eyes are going to be glued on gold. We'll see how gold plays out. And it looks like this momentum coming through. I don't know if we'll respect the zone. We'll see. It could break off from here, but again, for me to have this look valid or more valid, I would want to see it break this low. And then for it to come back, and we can possibly target this as the high. But we'll see here. I'm gonna pause this real quick. I'll be back. Alright, back. Not much happened since I was gone though. Man, I fuck with FKJ so hard, yo. His Tadao is what put me on. That song came out a while back, but man, I just been listening to him for a minute. I like it, Picasso. We'll see. I feel like the probability of gold coming up and filling this imbalance for it to continue going down is there. Though, you know, we gotta think about imbalance up here as well. If I had this zone, this is still imbalance here that was never filled. Price almost came out and filled all of this, but didn't. And it's kind of playing right here. We'll see what it does. See, I don't really like jumping on the 1 minute because I don't want to get too focused into internal structure, because I know that one of my issues was getting too caught up. You know, was getting too caught up in internal structure. And like, don't get me wrong, I used to trade on the 1 minute all the time, but that's what my mentor told me. He said, look, man, you're looking for the right stuff, but you're trading, you know, I'm trading internal, and it's getting me caught up so much that I'm trading the wrong areas or bias. You know, so I mean, it looks like we have a wick here. We'll see how this kind of closes. This next one will close here, and well, it doesn't even say on my screen, so we'll wait here for the next minute or so. We'll see if it closes before it decides just to wick it, but I do think it's gonna close it. This is where I'll just wait on the 5. I'm gonna pull my fib to wherever it goes. Right now, this is where my fib is lining up. Again, you know, looking at price before, we see all this here. Even though these are all, you know, it's going again with the trend. Trend is your friend, yes, but when it's obvious, that's money sitting there when it becomes too obvious like that. So on the 5 minute, we're seeing it looks like it may just break the bottom side here, so we'll see. Again, 30, man, don't get me wrong, 30 is, I like trading 30, but she's been not good recently. It's just been, you know, doing her thing, but hey, it is what it is, I guess. Now, when I see, again, like, this is kind of what I'm looking for. You see liquidity. You see a break, but there was no wick to the top side. You know what it targeted? It targeted this last push down, right? Here's the last push down before price shot up and broke this. And we see before it wicked this very, very small, very, you know, there's a small wick under, but it still wicked it. Wicked this, then broke. And that's what it came back and hit. This last push down before price came up and broke this for it to continue going up. You know, and that's break of the structure up there. And just came back, hit that out there. Now, it didn't hit full TP, Predator came up here, and what did it do? It cleared out the liquidity on the top side. Boom, hunted this liquidity, took it out. Now it's doing the same thing, came back down. So again, I'm doing the same thing, just on the opposite side now, right? Get rid of this. Liquidity taken out. Here's the last push up before price came down and broke all this. So you can see on the 5 minute it's not as clear, but on the 15, last push up's one candle, and we see this imbalance sitting here. So that's what I like to see. Now price hasn't came back yet, so it's doing its thing now. I don't know what it's gonna do. In my eyes, it's an even playing field. I like all this. I like all this. You know what I'm saying? I want to see price come up and fill these areas, even possibly, you know, mess around, come into my point of interest, and then continue going down. Overall, that's what I want to see, but I do see price going into these major areas of imbalance here, just because this imbalance needs to get filled. But again, it doesn't have to, right? It can do just how it did here, how it just consolidated, maybe a small takeout, and continue going down, leaving this imbalance to get taken out later. Alright, let's see if I can find an example of that. You know, just like this. I mean, we created this imbalance, came up, it filled this one, filled this in big imbalance here, but it left this to get filled later on. Or the opposite, right? Let's look on the hour. Came back, left this big imbalance here, came down and balanced it, but it didn't fully take out all the imbalance. Left some for price to do what? Possibly come back and hit this out for later, which is what price likes to do. Come back, saves it, saves these zones for later. Okay. So it looks like it's gonna go up and break these areas here. And again, I wait for these certain confirmations before getting in, because I mean, shoot, I could get in right now for a buy because I think it's gonna continue going up from here. So I have a feeling like, look, it's just supporting. Yes, you can get into a buy, but here's my thing. Sometimes it works and goes in your favor, and sometimes it doesn't. But I'd rather have something to at least be like, okay, that's my confirmation. That I feel better taking this trade than just getting in for a buy, because like I could be getting in for a buy now, and this thing could respect this. Now I'm expecting it to break out and go into these areas here, and it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to respect this and go into these areas. It can just tank from here. You know, so you have to have some sort of rules behind what you're looking for to have that consistency in the market. Because if you're just getting in just to get in, there's no rules behind that, and you need to know what you're doing, where you're going, where you're going wrong, where this and that. Okay, so you can see that their price, it looks like, is going to be closing below this zone here, right? I still wanted to target these, possibly this area down here, but overall, you know, this on a higher time frame is imbalance here on the 4 hour. So we're gonna want to see it to come down here into this imbalance. You know, on the hour we see more imbalance deeper within this 4 hour. But with that being said, you know, we're having this break, and I'm not just gonna jump in. I'm not just gonna jump in, because you know that's FOMO. That's FOMO. Just jumping in right now. Oh, it's selling. Get in. Nah, I'm not gonna do that, man. I'm not FOMO. I'm gonna wait till I see what I want to see. And what I want to see is this. You know what I'm saying? We have all this liquidity here. All these people selling this support. I mean, yeah. Or resistance, or whatever you want to call it. All these people sell. Guy here, look. Huge wick came up here. People selling. Push price down. Price came up. Then got back here again. All right, sell. All right, came down. So guess how much there? You know, there's a lot of money sitting right here. A lot of money sitting right here, and banks know that. Institutions know that. And what do? They come up. Beep. Take these few policies. Everyone's selling here. Where's their stop losses? Right? You gotta ask yourself that. if price is moving down and price is coming down here and price is moving down here, what a whole bunch of people are probably, you know, their stop losses were probably right here. Stop losses, you know, maybe right here. But now that, you know, price is moving down, there some people are trailing their stop. Now the trades at break even. You know, stop loss is right here. And we see this injection of bullish price movement. We see all these huge and bullish engulfing candles start coming in. That's banks putting money in the market to purposely target this area. Why would they purposely target that area? Because they need money. They need money to make moves like this, the downside. Okay, so what I see is price came up, broke above this, came down and broke this overall structure to the downside, which is what we like to see. So I'm pretty much going to be targeting this area here. Stop loss at that high. TP is going to be at this low. And this is going to be my trade for today. It looks like we're risking 8 points, and with gold, if I'm not mistaken, 1 point is around $5. So I think we're risking like $40 if I do one contract. So 4, 8. Let me see. Let me do the math here real quick. I want to risk about 0.5%. Alright, so half of a percent is $250. So if we're risking $40 with one contract, so we could do 6.25 contracts. So we're gonna do 5 contracts. 5 contracts. That's 200. So we're gonna do 5 contracts. If we lose this trade, that's 500 or 200 if I'm not mistaken. And I think 5 is our max anyways. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a sell limit for 5. And if price hits our stop, we're risking $200. And we're gonna just stop buy for 5. And we're gonna wait and see how this goes, how this plays out. No, we just didn't wait. That's what we're gonna do. Let's see what the US 30 is still just playing. Yeah, let's go. Because of me.
Because of me. Because of me.
All right.
Because you.
My homeboy John might hit me up, so we'll see. I'm gonna go get some breakfast today. Yes, sir. Excited for that. And then, man, all trading is, man, it's just a waiting game, dude. It's sitting down, being patient. And if you don't see what you don't, if you don't see your setup, then just just sit on your hands, man. Think about it. You're getting paid to be patient. At the end of the day, patience pays, man. Patience pays. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. I know some people might feel off with how my stats are again. Think about it. Like, some people might say, dude, you only made 200 bucks over 2 weeks. And in my mind, I'm thinking, alright, look, I feel you on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes people want to have this every day. But, shit, bro, I got shit going on. I work overnights, so sometimes, man, I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I miss my New York sessions. I mean, I get off at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, and I get home tired as shit, and sometimes I want to go to bed, man. I ain't gonna. Sometimes, sometimes I'll stay up, and I'll wait till 8:30 a.m. and see if I get a trade, and if I don't, then I'll take my ass to sleep. I ain't gonna lie. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to rush anything. If Price decides to continue going down like that, is when it does. And here's the kicker: I don't stay on for long. The dimensional sign is maybe 2 hours. Right? It's 9:13 a.m. Central Standard Time right now. If this trade doesn't trigger and play out before, I don't know, maybe 11 a.m. So in the next 2 hours, I'm gonna close this. And that's actually what happened. I think it was this area here. To just ignore these buys here, but let's see. This is 7 p.m. so maybe not this time. Let's see. I forget exactly where it was. What is this? 10 a.m. 8:30. I forget where on gold, but I had to set up just for an example like this, right? Higher low, higher high. I'm expecting price to come into this potential area here, and it's just doing its thing. And it gets close, goes up, but by this time it's already 11 something, and I'm sitting here like, you know what? There's no reason for me to leave this trade in, and for me not to be able to even monitor it or anything like that. And that's a big part too. I know people that trade off their phones and will be out and about looking at their phones, and sometimes, hey, to his own. whatever works for you works for you. But for me, man, I want to be here, present, being able to monitor my trade. If anything happens, I can deal with whatever happens. Oh my goodness, why is that not one? There you go. So let's see. It looks like prices is starting to come back, which is good. It may come back to this point of interest that I have here. It may not. We'll end up seeing, right? It may come here, play out this imbalance, and continue going down. And if it does, then it does. You know, we just gotta be chilling, bro. We just gotta be chilling. Alright? They're just waiting. That's what we doing. If we don't get a trade today, I'm still gonna post this on the tube. I'm still gonna post this on YouTube, just to show you what my average trading session looks like. Really, I'm just gonna jump on here and do my thing. I actually have some different headphones in now because I think last video I had the external headphones, and for some reason they went out for like a good minute, and I just can't have that happen. So yeah, man, we just gonna wait and see. Yeah. So right now during my challenge with Top Step, I'm paying $50 a month. $50 a month until I pass the account. And when I pass the account, I have to activate the account, which is $165. But here's the thing. If I don't take any trades or if I don't lose anything, I'm still paying $50 a month. Regardless of. Now here, like, I took these 2 trades and I had won these 2 trades last month, and I still had to pay $50, right? Now here's another thing. If I am more riskier and I take riskier trades, let's say I blow the account. Okay, well, I still pay $50 next month, and then I'll get the account back. So, in my mind, when I had paid for the $50 this month, I was thinking, well, shoot, I might as well just be more risky. I might as well just start getting into these, you know, getting into more trades. Because fuck it, I'm gonna have to pay $50 anyways, right? But, you know, there's 2 sides to that coin. You know, one is that thought process is probably based on greed. The thought process is probably based on impatience. You know, so when I had passed my first 50K funded account, it took me 3 tries. Right, the first 2 tries, I was just over leveraging. You know, I wasn't really trading with a system. I was just kind of waiting for you know, accumulation or distribution. I was taking that no matter what area it was on. Sometimes this works, you know, I passed with that, but there wasn't anything else other than that I was looking at. You know, I was looking at bias, yes, but again, it's just, it worked for a little bit. I was able to pass my account, and that was awesome. But again, it wasn't anything consistent. So this proves my point what I was saying earlier. We see that momentum going to the top side. I'm thinking, okay, yeah, it's definitely gonna, you know, I don't see definitely, but yeah, it looks like it's gonna break. It looks like it's gonna break up. I'm just gonna get in for a buy. You know, I'm looking to trade this breakout, and that didn't happen. We can see exactly what happened. Price came, it started tanking. Right now, I'd be in serious drawdown right now, and I'd be like, damn, I literally bought the high. Now here's the thing. If this, let's get rid of all this. If this, at this point, if price comes and sells below this and breaks this low, yes, some people would want to start looking for sells, right? Especially in zones like this. Last push up before price came broke. But in my eyes, it didn't really sweep anything. Look, we have this wick here, we have this touch here, you know, this wick, and all of this pretty much lines up. So in my eyes, this is still just money sitting here. Still money sitting here. In order for me to want to look for a sell here, a sell setup, I would need to see price break, full body breaks, remember, full body breaks, and then for it to close below. Because then it would be like obvious that this right here is a movement, you know, an institutional move to take out this money sitting here for it to then continue structure. Which actually on gold we can see that that's the same thing. On the 15, there's liquidity sitting here, right? Look at all these highs, wicks, price came down, wicks. Then boom, price shot up for it to come down and break structure. So we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see how price does. It may not come back. It may come back late. It's gonna do what it wants to do. Right? Again, this is still a riskier trade just because on the hour it's a huge wick.
Meet Asana, a work
What?
management platform that
Meet
helps companies
Asana?
get more done and save more time.
Oh,
Teams can
hell
stay
no.
connected while they track updates and visualize timelines. Asana, a smarter way to work. Try it for free today at asana.com.
Asana then, I guess. Can I not skip any of this? What the hell? I'm giving y'all free ads, yo.
Choose
Get
to
out of
lean
here.
into it.
What
Every
kind
Mazda is engineered
is
to
that?
give you effortless control.
You don't get rid of this, yeah. Let's see what the Discord is saying. Yeah. Yeah. And all we doing is just sitting and waiting, yo. That's it. That is it. We're already sitting at 48 minutes in this video, so I don't want to make this video too long, to be honest with you guys. And what I'm thinking I might do is I may just pause it here and come back to you guys, and I'll let you know what price does. But I'm just gonna be chilling, man. That's literally, I'm just gonna be sitting here and be waiting, and yeah, man, that's it, bro. That is it. See, the price is kind of doing its thing here. I don't know what it wants to do. It's kind of, it look like it's going up, going down. It's just consolidating right now. It's going sideways a little bit. So let's look at the 1 minute, because we want to see accumulation on the 1 minute, right? Let's see. We can see price came, it never broke above this high here on the 1 minute. But what it did do is leave a lot of liquidity here, right? It left all this liquidity sitting here, liquidity sitting here, liquidity sitting here. And it came back down, and what it hit, right? The last push down is right here. So it could potentially start going up from here and breaking these highs. which it may do that, but till then we'll see. Till then we will see. Alright, because again, that's what I like seeing. Lower high, lower low. Lower high, lower low. Price to then come and have a change of character or break a structure. You know, people will say either or, but you know, and then come for it to retest and then continue going to the top side. Alright, well in that case we have our lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and the price hasn't came back yet. It broke this high yet, so I mean we're still technically bearish. Look, that's what it looks like it might do. But we'll see. I'll tell you what, y'all. I think I'm gonna pause the video here, and I'll come back with an update. I'll let y'all know exactly what happened. I'm gonna make a few phone calls and set up my day. But yeah, I'll come back. I'll let y'all know what's going on. I'll give y'all updates, and yeah, man, we'll see how it goes. All right, guys. So we're back. It's 10:42 now. It's 10:42, so I'm gonna update you on what's been going on. As you can see here, price on gold pretty much just shut down. And at this point, I think price is already too far from our entry to even look for price to come back. Again, I remember I jump off around 11 o'clock, but today I think I'm gonna jump off a little early. It's 10:30 right now. Here, it's almost 10:40 actually. Oh, 10:42. So. I think I'm gonna call this one. I'm gonna close out my trades here. I'm gonna go about my day. I'll look at US 30 for you guys real quick. US 30 did break this low here, and with a body that we see. And like I was saying before, I would target this push up here, but there wasn't really a sweep of these highs first before doing this, so this was kind of iffy to me. Even though we see it looks like it may be going down from here. All right, something like this would have been the trade, but I'm not in this one currently, so today's just one of those days again, man, where I'm sitting on my hands and it's all right, you know. Again, I don't trade on the 1 minute time frame. There wasn't really any confirmations other than, you know, how I was saying with the break of structure to the top side, but there was no higher time frame confirmations. You know, once we saw this big push down, we did have our lower high, lower low, the break up to here. So if we were to target this last push down candle, I was looking at this for a possible entry, but I didn't want to risk it. There was no higher time frame confirmations. You know, I probably would have been going to this candle here, so we've been looking at it like a 1 to 1.8 R&R, 1 to 2. Though overall, I would want it to come take out this liquidity at the top here that's sitting here. And well, we see that it's still just playing out doing its thing. So I didn't take this trade here. Again, I just sat on my hands. I was waiting for the sell overall, and we see that price just hasn't came back to this area. A couple of people in the chat did end up entering the trade right here for the sell, but again, on the 5 minute time frame, my entry was this last push up here. So price ended up tanking further, ended up going down. We were sitting at 30 pips for a potential profit, but now dropped another 20 to the downside. But yeah, we just sat on our hands today. We didn't really see any. Well, I mean, we saw this potential entry, but it didn't play out how we wanted it to, so it's all good. We just sat on our hands today. It did come take out this liquidity to the left, which is what we were expecting. So we'll see what price does. What's today? Today's Thursday, so we'll be back tomorrow. We'll see if we get any entries tomorrow, and yeah, man, we'll see how it goes. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and let's try to catch these trades.